Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to walk you through the top 3 mistakes I see entrepreneurs and small businesses make when it comes to getting leads off LinkedIn. And these are mistakes I've made myself in the past as well, and these are things that my 6 to 7 to 8 figure clients don't make anymore, which helps them create a stream of brand new leads. So if you watch this video all the way through to the end, you're going to know the exact pitfalls to avoid if you're trying to get leads from LinkedIn. The exact pitfalls that cost me time, they cost me money, and they actually stop me from moving forward. So let's get straight into it. Pitfall number 1, they have a bad service offering. What do I mean by a bad service offering? Well, the offer that they've put in the market is not compelling enough for potential clients to actually go with them. I'm going to tell you how to fix that in this video. So a good example for this is I had this client, they were like this big accountants in America, and they basically were blending into the crowd like every other accountant on LinkedIn out there. Their only service offering, their offer to the market, their headline, their catch was, we help businesses do their taxes, right? Now, in a way, this does explain what they do. However, it's not actually compelling enough. How do we make it more compelling? Freud, who is a famous psychologist, he's highly criticized as well, but he also was a genius and got a load of things right. I firmly believe that. He said that humans have a tendency to move away from pain towards pleasure. They move from punishment towards reward. So basically, to make anything more compelling in life, we just need to remove the punishment and make it more rewarding. So if we're going to take this statement, I help business owners do more taxes, how can we make that more rewarding? Well, I'll tell you how we can make this more rewarding. We ended up working together and we came up with a statement, something like this. We help you save on taxes whilst growing your revenue by 10% per year. The CEO of the accountants I was actually working with had a big entrepreneurial spirit, and their unfair advantage was he actually didn't just understand how to save money and save on taxes and things like this. He actually understood how to grow a business as well. And his results showed that on average, the businesses that come to him are grown by 10% per year in revenue. So we just packaged that up by digging a little bit into his business to find out exactly what his clients were saying about him, and we made it into his offer. We help you save on taxes whilst growing your revenue by 10% per year. Now you get a double whammy if you go and have these guys as clients. This accountant actually stands out from the sea of other accountants out there, but also they have this thing with their clients where they don't just help them save on taxes, they actually help them grow their business as well. Wow, who wouldn't want that? So we took Freud's principles and we moved it away from just the pain, and the pain being that they're just not standing out against the market of, I can help you do your taxes as a business owner. So I can not only help you save on your taxes, but I can grow your revenue by 10% a year. A much more compelling offer. Mistake number 2, they're following LinkedIn influencers. Now I know it sounds a little bit ironic that I'm actually saying this because in a way, I have a small following, but I'm influencing from LinkedIn. But I don't have a giant audience. If you follow any LinkedIn influencer, and this is not meant as like a diss to them, but what you will find is the advice they give is to basically build an audience and then put a product in front of that audience and then have that audience buy that product. Basically, the only process that you need to do this is to just like and comment on people's different posts, to post consistently, and then given time, you will end up growing an audience automatically. Now, let me tell you why this advice is not great, and I've seen so many people fall into this pitfall here. Basically, this advice works very well for someone who already has an established audience in 2022. In 2022, it's much, much, much harder to grow an audience on LinkedIn, a big, giant audience. And the reason why is because it's very, very saturated. Everyone is now doing this same technique, which means that everyone is competing for the LinkedIn front page. And your LinkedIn newsfeed, aka your front page, can only give so many posts, the spotlight on it, and get in front of so many eyeballs, right? So what happens is people start to cancel each other out. Can it still work? Absolutely. Is it the most effective strategy? No. What you should be doing instead is posting highly relevant content to your niche. Tips and guides and insights that only a person who's an expert in your shoes will know about. Showing client testimonials, client reviews as well, to basically show that you are the real deal. The amount of business owners I've seen now who for the last 3 years have consistently posted on LinkedIn, but they've posted anything just assuming that it's going to build up their personal brand, and they haven't grown an audience at all. And the worst thing is they haven't sold anything either, because the LinkedIn influencers are saying, go for these broad audiences, be very, very loud. I agree that you've got to be very, very loud, but you need to be super, super, super niche about the technical knowledge which you're going to give to your audience, because that is going to sell them on you, not some broad action of just showing up on LinkedIn per day. Doesn't work anymore in 2022. LinkedIn mistake number 3, messaging potential businesses in the wrong manner. So I see people generally fall into 2 buckets when they are attempting to message over LinkedIn. The first bucket, what they do is they send 20 messages out to, their potential ideal audience. And what happens is no one really responds to those messages. They don't really get anywhere with it. And what happens is they then give up and they put it down to, well, LinkedIn Messenger doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work for my business. It just must not work in 2022. They say things like this, but really the problem is they just don't anticipate how much volume is actually needed. I've got clients who on average every 10 messages book a qualified call with a potential lead. And I've got clients who send 80 messages, and every 80 messages they send, on average, they get a call booked. That might sound like a lot of work, but if you can close a 5-figure deal by doing that, it becomes very easy work, and actually it's highly rewarding instead. So you need to make sure that you have, again, the right offer when you're actually messaging people and putting in the quantity. The other mistake that people make when they are messaging on LinkedIn is they aren't tailoring their messages. They're going instead for this entire volume approach, and they think, you know what, numbers, 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 but they forget the people who are opening their messages on the other end of the screen are actually humans as well. And humans need connection. We need trust to actually build up and do business with someone. If we don't have that in place, then we are never going to buy from someone, no matter how compelling the offer is. We buy from people we trust. And sending someone a spammy pitch, which is copy and pasted to each different inbox where you just change the name, does not work anymore. It worked in 2018. It worked in 2018 because people hadn't discovered the power of LinkedIn Messenger yet. So like when you got a pitch in your inbox, that might be the only one you got all week. Whereas in 2022, I get pitches from my own competitors who are offering similar services to me at least 6 to 7 times a week. They don't even read my profile. They just send out a blanket pitch to me, and I get caught in it as well. And I think to myself, these guys can't be making very much money because I know this doesn't work anymore, yet they're still doing it. If you want to get some direct access to me, I've just released a brand new course underneath. It's called LinkedIn Foundations. It's only cheap, and every now and again, I'm going to be popping in there. There are actual techniques in the course which I have used to land 5-figure deals, including word-for-word scripts, including screenshots of actual DM conversations of how to generate leads on LinkedIn. If you're enjoying my YouTube content right now, I highly recommend that you click and check it out. Leave me comments below if you have any questions or what topics you'd like to see next when I'm talking on YouTube. And take care. See you in the next one.